Hello, friends. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been seeing in the community for the past few weeks, and that is that trade shows and meetings and events are canceled for the most part into 2021. And so what people are going to have to do is up their game when it comes to their video presence. I know it's been, let's be honest and real about the fact that it's been months since I did my last video. So we're going to call this the first of the 10 videos that I promised to do by the end of the year for YouTube. So this is the first one. And anyway, what I wanted to talk about this week is something that I continue to see is people have definitely upped their game in Zoom and Skype and different things like that. They've got their cameras set up for the most part now. Lighting is still an issue. Audio can definitely be an issue. But I am absolutely seeing people up their game when it comes to presenting themselves from their home office. So one of the things I thought, it's interesting that these trade show kits, I don't know if you guys have seen them or you're involved in that before, if you've seen them before, but these kits are big boxes of things that roll up nice and compact so that you can take them through the airport to your trade show event or have them drop shipped in a pallet format to your trade show. And once you get there, you set up your booth and have magnetic walls and all this stuff. Well, that's kind of gone for now. Maybe even into 2021. And so I think what's going to be interesting is how companies react to that and still present themselves, sell their products and services through a Zoom call in a much better, more professional way. So right now, what you're viewing is actually the output of some broadcast software that I use now. I've got this software set up so that I can pump the video that you're watching right now directly into Zoom, including the audio that you're hearing. So when I select my video source, it's the output from my broadcasting software. And when I select my microphone, it's actually the boom mic that's above my head out of frame that you can't see right now. So I've got crystal clear audio and supposedly very good video, right? This is my DSLR camera I've talked about in the past that's recording this. And this is my Logitech C920 camera. So I switched the view to that, and I can do all the stuff that I was doing before where I put the logo up and everything, but you can tell, hopefully you can tell, quite a difference in the audio quality between my normal stream, what you've been watching, and this Logitech C920 webcam. It's very different compared to this. And all of this input goes into my broadcast software. That sounds technical, it sounds complicated. But here's the thing, it's actually not once you get some of this stuff purchased and set up. And I don't think it's a long stretch for companies to be able to set up this kind of a booth at their company for doing sales presentations and things like that. If this stuff continues and we do see a lot more work from home over the next 5 years, I could see this becoming the norm of how people present themselves. So right now in my video, you could see that, I've got a decent background. I cleaned out the shelving in the desk behind me and have some lighting and the logo and different things like that. But with this broadcast software, I can actually put my logo into the frame. So right there. So you can see that that's now in the top right corner of the video. And you can set that to fade in and be on your video. I've had a lot of people comment just on that's in there. Like, how'd you get your logo in there? That looks awesome. But with broadcast software, and I know this is kind of hokey, but imagine you have multiple presenters and you're doing a whole presentation over the web. You can do things like this, where you bring up the title of the person talking and their position at the company, and this is all customizable with colors, and there's tons of different options for that. Those are called lower thirds. The other thing that you can do is you can actually do some interesting merges. So you can take your video and put it into an image. For example, if I do this, you'll see that my video is now embedded in a cutout section of I just found this on Pixabay. This is just a photo of a frame. And I cut out the frame and placed the size of my video right in there in the middle of it, and I put the logo to the side of it. And so you can merge between views like that. That could have been a merge to maybe a product, if you're talking about a product, and you could then set up the next product to move through, and you could actually do this kind of a thing, a professional show of your products and services using this kind of software. So that was just kind of interesting to show some of that technology off. I'm going to use this software. I'm recording this for YouTube, but it's actually the live output feed of my broadcast software. I think it's going to make it easier for me to create these videos ongoing. So things I can do with that is I can queue up this little, don't forget to like and subscribe the video if you're getting anything out of it, that kind of a thing. And I can put that video in there. And there's a bunch of other things that I can do with this software. So anyway, that's the thing for this week, is that I'm using, it's a piece of software called vMix, and I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check that out. But it's really interesting what you can do with a little bit of time, a nice DSLR camera, a decent computer that can run all this stuff, and how you could present yourself and your company using this software. Well, that's it for this week. That's the end of episode 1 of 10 that I'm going to be doing as quickly as I can so that I get them done before the end of 2020. I hope you found this interesting. Talk to you soon.